Okay, Pliny, Book 9, Libanonis. Letter 1. Pliny to his Maximus Salvae. Often I've advised you that those books which, either pro te for yourself, your own defence, or in the defence of Planter, more precisely, both you and for him, thus, as the matter is pressing or forcing, that you compose these, composuisti, as maturely, as quickly as you're able to emit them, send them out. Quod nunc, so what now especially, praequipi, having heard of his death, I encourage, I hortor, and I advise you to do this. 2. For although, Legerus, you've read this, multis to many, and Dederus, you've given it to many to read, the legendos. Nevertheless, I don't want quam anyone to be thinking, opinare, that with him defunct, with him dead, finally you have began these things in cohatos, which with him in Colomai, while he was safe and alive, per Augusti you completed. Salvas sit tibi. The famer, your reputation to be safe for your steadfastness, your constantia. So, autem, moreover, it should be, error it will be, if it is known to your equus, to your equals, and to your enemies in equus, that not post the death of your enemy, you would begin writing this natem scribendo for you, fiduciam, you had confidence born so that you would write after his death. But already the edition was prepared, pray in advance of his, before his death prevailed or happened. 3. And simul, at the same time, vitabis, you should avoid illud this, which is boasting over the dead, which is what Homer has written here in Greek. 4. What concerning a living person scriptum was written, it can be recited in his defunctum, in his dead state, just as if he's living. Also, tamquam, just as if adult still, it is edited, it is produced when he's living. So, even though he's dead, just you can recite it the same as if he was living, basically. If it is edited, starting, if immediately what you're publishing comes out. Igatur, therefore, sequid, if there's anything, alio, something other thing in your manibus, in your hands, defer it interim in the meantime. Per fic hoc, that's imperative, so finish this, which that to us, which we've read legamus olim once upon a time or sometime, it viditored absolute, it seemed absolute or finished. But now, viditor, this should be seen also to you, of whose cunctation, of whose hesitation, neither the rest, the circumstances itself, desire, desiderate, and the reasoning of the time should preside, cut off any hesitation you have, any cunctation. Vale, and that's letter 1. Pliny to his Sabinus, salve, greetings. Facus, you make it, Yacunde, pleasant, that not only plurimus epistles meus, many of my letters, but etiam, but even long ones, flagitas you're demanding. In quibus, in which, parcior, I was rather sparing, partly because I was fearing for your occupations, for how busy you are, and partim again, correlative, because ipsi myself, there is much distinguishing me, distracting or pulling me in different directions. Plerumque, generally, the adverb, it is frigis negotius, this is in cold businesses or maybe boring businesses or ones that he's just doing, which at the same time, avocant, called me away, and communis, break or lessen his enement, his spirit for getting it done. Okay, here's a daily dictionary word, distringabar, stretch apart, detain, distract, pull in different directions. Okay, praeterea. Besides, neither there is more material given scribendi for writing, and for neither do I have the same conditions nostra it's more emphatic, but it just means himself, which there was for Marcus Tullius Cicero, to whose example you are calling me to do. So he doesn't have the same conditions that Cicero does, which his friend Sabinus is encouraging to do. Eli, for to him was a very copious character, nature, ingenium, and it was equal par to his ingenium, with a variety of things in which the magnitude was supplied to him very largissimally. So he had both a great mind, and he had a great variety of things of which he could write about. Nosquam, for me, Augustus Terminus, so he's Claudemore, on being shut in by these narrow difficulties, basically, which even with me being silent about them, you perceive them, you know what my troubles are. Unless by chance voluminous, we want some scholastic materials, some schoolboy materials for you, and as I said thus, or as I said so, to send Umbraticus letters. These are the same sort of things, scholastic things, and Umbraticus usually means shadowed, but letters which can be filled out or done in some school type way. 4. But nihil minus, but nothing less, arbitramo, do we think is apt. So he doesn't think that schoolboy work is very apt to him when you're under arms, when you're in the camp. So must be a soldier. And in short, with the corners, with the horns, the tubers, these are things that they blow when they're going into battle, and the sudor, the sweat, and the pulverum, and the dust, and the suns, which we think about. Okay, so he probably only wants serious letters. He doesn't want trifles like schoolboy work. 5. Habes, you have, what Puto as I think, a just excuse, which nevertheless, dubito, I hesitate whether I would want you to approve of it, for it is the height of love to deny a pardon to the brief epistles or letters of a friend, although scarce, although you know his reasoning in this, how it stands basically, or how it's agreed upon. Vale. Goodbye.